From shy to fierce, from timid to bold, unleash the power I've been told to hold. Channel my inner power, let it shine. Step into the room like it's always been mine. Ladies, imagine walking into a room and everyone turns to look at you. Not because you're loud, not because you're flashy, but because there's something about you that's magnetic. Most women have never felt that level of attention. I'm talking about that presence that makes people stop in their tracks. But on the other hand, there are women who capture that energy effortlessly, who go from invisible to unforgettable, while others remain on the sideline. So what's their secret? Why do some women naturally draw admiration, respect, and attention, while others seem to fade into the background? Well, today I'll be talking about the psychology and behavior that separates women who are barely noticed from those who are unforgettable. So by the end of this video, you'll know how to channel your inner confidence, command any space, and unlock a new level of self-worth that turns heads and commands respect. Let's get right in. What if I told you that the world's most iconic women, the ones who we can't stop admiring, weren't just born with that magnetic charm. Instead, they created it. They created that version of themselves through an alter ego. And this is not limited down to celebrities, but think about Nicki Minaj as Roman, Mariah Carey as Bianca, Katy Perry as Kathy Bette Terry, Adele as Sasha Carter, which is a mixture of Beyonce's Sasha Fierce and June Carter, and Miley Cyrus as Hannah Montana. These ladies have learned to channel a completely different side of themselves. Marilyn Monroe, Beyonce, and countless other stars have tapped into an alter ego that allowed them to be unforgettable. Now think of an alter ego as them embodying a version of themselves that will elevate their lives. Now for a moment, let's talk about Marilyn Monroe. She wasn't always the confident figure that we see on the screen. She was born as Norma Jean Baker, a shy, insecure girl with a difficult past. When she began acting, her natural demeanor was gentle and soft-spoken, far from the bold icon that we know today. But at acting school, Marilyn was taught how to tap into a different version of herself. Through hours of training, she learned to channel a persona, and she created Marilyn Monroe, a confident, sensual, and unforgettable woman. So when Norma Jean wanted to become Marilyn, she would walk and smile differently. She began to embody a different version of her regular self. Marilyn Monroe was a master of presence. She was able to turn her magnetism on and off just like a switch. One of the best known stories illustrating this happened while she was walking through New York City with a friend. At first, nobody noticed her. She just seemed to blend in as if she was just another face in the crowd. Her friend just couldn't believe it, because knowing Marilyn's iconic status and irresistible presence, this was just something weird. But this was not until Marilyn smiled at him and said, "Do you want to see me become her?" And with a simple shift in posture, energy, and the way she carried herself, she transformed. Suddenly, people began to stop, do double takes, and recognize her. This wasn't about her makeup, her clothes, or her fame. It was just the power of her presence. A captivating confidence she knew how to summon at will. Marilyn could embody this magnetic, unforgettable energy, and that's what made her irresistible. This story is a perfect example of how radiance isn't just about external factors, but instead it's a shift in energy and intention. Marilyn knew how to turn on her allure, drawing people in by making them feel like they were in the presence of something special. And the thing is, you too can cultivate this kind of inner shift. It's just about bringing your energy to the forefront, stepping into spaces with intention, and showing up as the woman who commands attention simply by being fully present. Creating an alter ego isn't about being fake. It's about unlocking parts of yourself that the world hasn't seen as yet. Some might think, isn't that deceptive? Well, in reality, an alter ego allows you to amplify the best parts of yourself. The parts you've kept hidden out of fear, insecurity, or because of judgment. When Marilyn became her alter ego, she was still herself. She just let go of the shyness and stepped into her confidence. Every person has qualities within them that they're afraid to show. Maybe you've got a powerful, assertive side that you keep hidden, or a sense of humor that you're afraid others won't understand. Creating an alter ego allows you to explore and embody those qualities. It's about taking all that power you hold and letting it shine. And when done intentionally, it doesn't feel forced. Instead, it feels freeing, like you're finally allowing yourself to be seen in that way that feels real. Now let's talk about Beyonce as Sasha Fierce. Beyonce, known for her grace and calm demeanor offstage, introduced the world to her alter ego, Sasha Fierce, years ago. Sasha Fierce is the bold, powerful, unstoppable side of her that takes over when she's performing. Beyonce has admitted that Sasha allows her to express herself in ways she normally wouldn't. Also, let's talk about Lady Gaga. Gaga's entire career is practically an alter ego. She uses Lady Gaga as a form of artistic expression, a larger-than-life persona that lets her be as bold, outrageous, and unique as she desires. Through Lady Gaga, she has expressed her creativity in ways she felt Stephanie, her real self, might never have dared to even try. Now, I'm not saying you need to be the next Marilyn Monroe, Beyonce, or Lady Gaga, but what I'm saying is that you're capable of tapping into another version of yourself that will help to uplift you to be where you want to be in life. So an alter ego can be a tool to amplify your inner power, to become the version of yourself that holds back nothing. Imagine if you tap into your own version of Sasha Fierce or Marilyn Monroe whenever you need it, because maybe there's a part of you that's more confident and more self-assured. The idea isn't to create someone fake, but to step into a version of you that already exists within, that you may be too afraid to bring out. So for some, they may need to embody the persona of a woman who is more spiritually sound. Another woman may need to embody the persona of an intelligent and educated woman, and so on. So think of it this way. An alter ego is your armor. It can be the confidence you need when you're stepping into a new job, presenting to an audience, or even walking into a room where you know no one. Ladies, to reinvent yourself as someone magnetic, you need to embody that version of yourself that's already waiting to be unleashed. So again, keep in mind that an alter ego doesn't erase who you are, but it amplifies parts of you that are hidden. You can still be gentle, reserved, and then, when needed, you're able to transform into your bold, assertive side. Embrace this duality. Being magnetic is about allowing both sides of yourself to coexist, knowing when to bring each one forward. Another thing, most women who feel invisible aren't invisible because of their looks or lack of confidence, but instead it's a deeper underlying mindset that unknowingly projects, "Oh, don't notice me." You might be stuck in habits that subconsciously keep you blending in, playing small, even shrinking yourself to avoid being too much. So whether it's the way you walk, how you carry yourself, or even the energy you bring into a space, there's often an invisible shield that you put up. A shield of self-doubt, fear of judgment, or even memories of rejection that creates this "don't look at me" energy. And this isn't necessarily a flaw, but it's more of a human experience. But understanding this is the first step to breaking free. You need to give yourself permission to be seen before anyone else will. There's an energy shift that happens when you make a conscious decision to stop being in the background, to stop being the background character in your own life. Becoming the woman who gets noticed, the one who walks in and owns a space, begins with deliberate intention. Start by practicing small acts of intentionality. This means showing up in every space, even if it's uncomfortable. Walking into a room with your shoulders back, making eye contact, and sometimes this even looks like simply holding a confident silence that speaks louder than words. Powerful energy doesn't require shouting or being the loudest in the room. Often it's found in walking in the room knowing that you belong there. The thing is, if you carry this mindset, you'll be shocked at how people start gravitating towards you. The women who gets all the attention are often those who have built a narrative around themselves. They exude a story through the way they speak, dress, and carry themselves. I mean, for a moment, think about it. When people look at you, they're subconsciously creating a story. And what is that story that they're creating about you? Are you mysterious, approachable, bold, refined? The way you dress, your posture, and even the expression on your face all tells a story. So start by curating your own narrative with purpose. Begin by asking yourself, what energy do I want to project? What story do I want to tell? Becoming unforgettable means crafting a persona that people can latch onto, an identity that makes you stand out in their minds long after you have left the room. Okay, ladies, that's all for today's video. Until next time, stay feminine and sweet.